from the return of the Shadow Kings, just as the brave Pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
YouTube, Vintage Yugioh here today, and we're continuing along with my top favorite card series, and today we're going to touch on effect monsters. So this was the hardest class to choose from by far so far. We're actually going to do a top 30, and I still have 9 honorable mentions. So Dark Magician Girl, that would definitely make a lot of people's top 10 or even top 5, but it really doesn't have much connection to me. The artwork is good. I mean, I always love a good secret rare, but for me, it's just a honorable mention. Another honorable mention would be Dark Sage, a older version of Dark Magician from promo from Dawn of Destiny. Always love a prismatic secret as well, so that makes the honorable mention. We have a couple MRD rares with great Moth here. Simple artwork, and back in the days of not following the rules and just summoning cards without tributing attack of 2600 was pretty good. And then we have Sangan and Magician of Faith, both really classic cards from Metal Raiders and with good artworks and good effects, so they make the cut in honorable mention. Then we have Battle Fader, which probably wouldn't make anyone's top effect card list but mine. I was out of Yu-Gi-Oh! and then I came back in around 2010 when Legendary Collection binders and the God cards were being released, and I happened to buy some Absolute Power Force cards, and I didn't pull it then, but I knew it was the card you wanted to pull, so then I bought some boxes probably 2 or 3 years ago and finally pulled it. So super nostalgic card, kind of rejuvenated my love for Yu-Gi-Oh! Then we have Reaper the Cards. This is my favorite rare card from LOB, so this had to definitely make the cut in the honorable mention pool. Then we have Agent of Judgment Saturn, just really simple artwork there with the wings on it, just really cool artwork in my opinion there from Ancient Sanctuary. And then other cool artwork, we have Air Knight Parshath from Legacy of Darkness, and this card was actually used a lot in dueling, I believe. I never used it. I quit dueling before then, but really cool artwork, and I believe it was played a lot. So here I think we're at number 30. I'm not going to remember the order, so the numbers are going to pop up in the screen. Once again, another card that's probably not in anyone's top list of cards, but we have Card Trooper. I kind of dabbled in Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit here in 2007, and this happened to be the set that was out. And of course, I'm a sucker for a good machine card, and this card just looks really cool, and it was pretty valuable at one point, so glad I have that in Gem at 10. At 29, we have Sewage, classic MRD card. Definitely my favorite out of Sanga the Thunder and Kazagen, the 3 pieces that make up Gate Guardian. Gate Guardian did not make the cut on this video. I do like the artwork, but it was, like I said, it was hard to choose between some of these old school cards. I didn't want them to be like all old school secrets. I wanted to diversify a little bit, but Sewage made the cut. Next, we have Toncannon Soldier, a tournament pack ultra, so 1 in every 108 packs. Really hard to pull. Love the Cannon Soldier artwork, the original Cannon Soldier artwork from Metal Raiders, but love Toon cards as well, so this made the cut of my top 30. Next, we have Satellite Cannon, kind of another older card in 2006. Most of my cards are 2002 to 2004 range, but using the anime and just a really iconic card, the first Ultra out of the first Champion pack, so harder to pull, and got this for a pretty good deal. I'm definitely glad I own that. And then another super iconic Yugi card, we have Kuribo, used it to destroy Thousand Eyes Restrict against Pegasus, and used it multiple times throughout the anime, and just Definitely one of the more iconic cards from Metal Raiders. And then we have My Valentines, iconic card with Harpy's Pet Dragon. I tend to lead towards the original printing and the prismatic secret here over the Retro Pack 2 secret, but both are really, really beautiful artworks. And then my love for machines comes back here with Blowback Dragon. Really cool effect. It's a cheaper tribute barrel dragon that only requires 1 tribute with 6 stars, and you toss a quarter 3 times, and if you have heads twice, you get to destroy one of your opponent's monsters. So cool machine with a cool effect. And then we have our first prize card of the series, Des Volsgolf, released in 2005. Out of all the original prize cards, this is probably the one that I remember least. So this is the farthest down on the list out of all the effect prize cards that I own. So Des Volsgolf coming in there in the mid-20s. And we have Vice Dragon. Once again, this is kind of unrelated to me as a child, so not really nostalgic, but just the story behind it kind of vaulted up the list here. It's got really cool artwork, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, oh, I remember playing with Vice Dragon when I was in 2nd grade. I mean, it came out in 2009. I was in high school, but the story about it being misreleased and those kind of iconic cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! I always kind of gravitate towards those. Another iconic card here, Doom Caliber Knight, Shonen Jump Championship prize card 6 out of 7, 2008 release, and I always really liked this one. For some reason, I remember this one. I have a couple of Turbo Pack Doom Caliber Knights, and really glad I could pick this one up. Next up, we have Reflect Bounder from Dark Crisis. Going through this list, I just realized I really like a lot of Esparoba's cards. We have Reflect Bounder here, and that was part of the Battle City duel against Joey. Just really cool artwork, playable, decent effect. So next we have Exodia Necros, just a full ghostly looking Exodia. I mean, really epic artwork in my opinion, and didn't play with it or anything. I don't know if it was ever even played with, but the artwork alone just puts it there. And then another really cool artwork card. I definitely remember playing with this, once again, not following any normal tune rules or anything like that. But I pulled one of these out of an unlimited Magic Ruler pack back in the day, and we got really cool, creepy artwork there. So then we have Yatagarasu. So here's some of the effect secrets starting to trickle in. The 10 kind of plays a little value in this placement just from LOD. It's got, these cards are so shiny though. Most of them have a full hollow bleed on them, and they just make these secrets from LOD look beautiful. So up next we have its counterpart with Injection Fairy Lily, and this was probably being some people's top 10 or top 5 too. I definitely like this artwork over Dark Magician Girl, because it is a little neglected, and it's got a pretty good effect. You can pay 2,000 life points to increase your the attack of this monster by 3,000 life points. So the effect is good, a playable card, and the LOD centering issues kind of drive it up. And here we have another effect secret. So Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Really, I mean, Toon, you got the Toon factor, you got the secret factor, you got, the 2002 factor, so one of the first 3 sets. You got the Blue Eyes factor. I mean, this card really has it all, and just really, really a cool card. And Solemn Yugioh is probably like, oh, that's got to be number 1 on your list. So if you're watching, you can comment. Next, we have Blue Eyes' counterpart with Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. So another FMR promo. So I've covered all 3 FMR promos. Metal Morph was in my trap countdown, and then we've covered Harpy's Pet Dragon and Red Eye's Black Metal Dragon in this one. So really iconic artwork, and we'll have a good prismatic secret, like I've said before. One of the shiniest cards in my collection, Blue Eyeshining Dragon. I mean, you guys can see the secret popping on that one. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a reprint from the movie. The movie really super rare, but this card is just iconic and the most beautiful card out of Retro Pack 2 by far, in my opinion. And impossible to pull, so rarity plays a big factor in this one. The creepy factor plays a big role in this one. We have Dark Necrofear from Labyrinth Nightmare. This card was pretty low pop for a while. I don't know what it is now, but it was really hard to find, and rightfully so. If you found it and you kept it in your collection, it would stay there because the artwork on this thing is just really, really eerie and cool. Next, we have, I think this is number 11. We have Buster Blader from BPT. So we have the secret rare version, and then we also have the ultra rare version that are taking the same spot. Classic Yugi card, but I couldn't really decide between the secret rare and the original Pharaoh Servant ultra rare. If I had to lean, I'd probably lean towards Pharaoh Servant, but in the days of normal tribute summoning, you know, probably didn't get played a whole lot, but still really iconic artwork there. And if you're going to throw a 7-star monster in your deck, you might choose this one, but probably not. All right, then I think we're into the top 10. We have CED. This card, along with a couple others, just kind of broke the game, and just a card that you definitely be happy to still pull at any point in Unlimited or First Edition for sure. A lot of these cards are off-centered or tilted, so a harder card to find in Gem at 10, and the price is justified for what these go for now. Then we have a couple more IOC cards here. We have Dark Magician of Chaos. In my opinion, this artwork is way better than the Ritual Magician of Black Chaos with the circle in the background and the Dark Magician here with its Spellcaster staff. And then next, we have Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. And once again, I think this is a major upgrade on artwork from the Ritual version of Blackluster Soldier. So IOC, if you're gonna pull any of those 3, you want it to be the 3 that I just showed, but just really epic artworks from that set. All right, next we have Rainbow Dragon. So surprisingly, I was kind of involved with Tactical Evolution in 2007, so I must have dabbled a little bit in 2007 because I think that Card Trooper was from 2007 as well. So my buddy pulled the misprint Rainbow Dragon, and I think at the time, like right after release, he sold it for a couple $100 on eBay, which now I think one just sold for like $4,000 ungraded. So this is the regular first edition Ghost Rare, but really iconic. It's the first Ghost Rare ever released in the TCG, and very glad to own that. Next, another classic Joey card. We have Time Wizard. So Thousand Dragon made the cut, so Time Wizard definitely had to be up there near the top. One of the original cards from the anime that Joey had, and just cool artwork and a cool effect. I mean, you kind of play desperate mode when you play it, but it could definitely get you out of a jam. And then back to the Esperoba battle, we have Jinzo. And this card is overpowered to the max. One card, tribute summon, just negate all trap cards. Just a really, really cool card. And then, I mean, look at that secret foiling. Just could be a lot of people's number 1, but as you see, I love my machines, and we're going to continue it on with the King of Machines, Machine King. European Mall Tour and this could squeak up a couple more spots. I love Bandit Keith, love a lot of his cards, and this is one of his iconic cards with being Machine King. So that came in at number 4. Number 3, the GOAT, joke on GOAT format. We have Morphing Jar, and just 1 in 108, super played, still played. I think it's unbanned now, so just an iconic card here, and a really cool creepy card there, and comes in at number 3. A lot of people probably thought this would come in at number 1 for me, being the most expensive effect card there is. We have a Shonen Jump Championship EN001 Machine Cyber-Stein. So I definitely use this card a lot in Eternal Duel of Soul. You have 8,000 life points, have a Sengun or Witch of the Black Forest, get it, to your graveyard. You could pull this card from your deck, summon it, pull Blue Eyes Ultimate out of your fusion deck, and just run the table against any computer that you're playing. So a lot of good memories playing with this card on the video game, and definitely would be a top 5 card that I would never get rid of. And the number 1 card, Barrel Dragon. So I've definitely told this story multiple times, but I'll tell it again because have to say why this is my number 1 spot. My little tiny town actually had a card shop, and I'm in 2nd grade, and so like 6 or 7 years old. And my parents bought me 1 pack of Magic Ruler, and I pulled a Serpent Knight Dragon. And so Serpent Knight Dragon will definitely be up there on the list in the Vanilla Monster series. But I don't know why, but I've always gravitated towards machine cards. And my buddy had pulled Barrel Dragon, and I traded him straight up Serpent Knight Dragon for Barrel Dragon. So that's like my first memory of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a little 7-year-old. And it just a really cool, the artwork is amazing there with the 3 barrels coming off of it. The effect is it's decent by being able to destroy opponent's monster, and just nostalgic factor for myself is just it cannot be higher than this. So this card, it falls in at my number 1 spot. So that's going to do it for the top 30 effect monsters. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sure I definitely missed something, or you guys can throw crap at me for not putting Dark Magician Girl in my top 30, but I don't really care. But still have a top Vanilla Monster series and Ritual series, and then maybe one other depending on how I feel, showing off some God cards and some Synchro cards that I own, or maybe just my top 10 overall favorite cards. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe and like the video. Trying to pump out a little more content for you guys, so if you like it, it'll help the algorithm out. So that's gonna do it. Be on the lookout for future videos, and as always, thanks for watching.